Thank you for watching Stay In Daily News. Please like and subscribe. Now let's get to it. July 28th news in Stay World. 8 debuts at number 1 on the Billboard 200 with 232,000 units, 218,000 pure. It becomes their 5th number 1 album. Stray Kids and American rapper DMX are the only acts in history to have their first 5 charting entries on Billboard 200 debut at number 1. Stray Kids extends their record as the Korean act with most number 1 hits on Billboard 200 this decade in the 2020s, now with 5. With 8 debuting on number 1 on Billboard 200 with 232,000 units sold, Stray Kids will receive the Guinness World Record for being the first group in history to have 5 consecutive albums debuting at number 1 on this chart. For the first time in history, 2 K-pop albums simultaneously hold the top 2 spots on the Billboard 200 in the US. Number 1, Stray Kids. Number 2, Jimin. Stray Kids and 8 milestones on Billboard 200. Stray Kids all time. The only group in history to have their first 5 charting albums debut at number 1. Only act in history to have 4 EPs at number 1. Joins DMX as the only act in history to have the first 5 charting albums debut at number 1. Only non-American act to have their first 5 charting albums debut at number 1. Korean act with the most number 1s this decade at 5. Second Korean act to have multiple number 1 albums, now with 5. Second Korean act with the most number 1 album at 5. And the second Korean act to surpass 200,000 debut units, now doing so at 3 times.